Hello, guys. Welcome to my show. Welcome to Pastor Cam Sam show. We're going to talk about Roe v. Wade. All ladies, shout out from God. You not listen to God. You not listen to Christian Play AB YouTube stars. And this is what's going on in the streets. So this happens to the ladies always play around by the demon, by the devil on the gangsters. This is why you're not listening. So we go hit the clip, shall we? And we go play the clip. Hit the clip.
Joining us now is Utah Senator Mike Lee, who in fact clerked for Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito. Senator, great to see you this morning.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
You know, I think I want to ask this question to you this way. Are you surprised by the majority opinion of Justice Alito, having clerked for him? And can I ask you that question sort of sitting side by side by some of the senators who are upset today, like Susan Collins, who say the justices lied to us? So in other words, are you surprised by the decision? Should they have been surprised by the decision?
Well, I'm not surprised by it, and it's not just because of the leaked draft opinion. It's also because of the fact that Roe was, as Justice Alito properly described it, egregiously wrong. It was severely wrong, and it also doesn't meet any of the other hallmark characteristics of the type of precedent that the court will tend to adhere to, even if it might be wrong. It had inconsistent applications. It hadn't proven to be a particularly workable standard, and it therefore didn't survive the court's analysis under what they call stare decisis. So look, I agree with Shannon Bream's assessment a moment ago. Individual senators may have had conversations with these justices as they came through the confirmation process. They may have had their own impressions, but not one of them ever committed to say, I will never overturn a wrong precedent. And in fact, you wouldn't want a justice to say that.
Right.
And so I'm confident there was no lying here. They might have had mistaken expectations. Individual senators might have, but these justices were very careful as they came through, and I'm confident they wouldn't have said anything that would have been materially misleading. I wasn't part of those conversations, but based on what I've seen, it would really surprise me.
Senator, you've been in the center of the fight to preserve the Supreme Court, but also on the issue of life, a 50-year battle to get to this point. What was the decisive point, pivotal point that created an opportunity for a decision like this?
Well, first of all, the development of science in this area has made Americans realize that human life does, in fact, begin before the moment of live birth. And as we learn more and more about fetal development, about the stages of unborn, preborn human life, we realize that babies have the ability to feel and respond to painful stimuli. I think that may well be the single biggest development that's caused a lot of people to revisit this idea. It's caused states like Mississippi to adopt laws designed to protect preborn human beings from pain. And so that's why we are at this moment. They revisited it in part because of modern science. And once it was revisited as a matter of law within these state legislatures, it gave an opportunity for the Supreme Court to revisit the original decision in Roe.
Yeah, absolutely. The number of abortions have decreased as sonogram technology has increased, which I think is a very hopeful sign about where women stand on this issue. Also, big news here, Fox News Alert President Biden did sign this bipartisan gun legislation into law. It did receive support from some senators, but not you. Why did you not sign? Why did you not approve of this legislation?
Well, look, this was a piece of legislation that we had no more than about 48 hours to review. The first vote we cast on it literally a minute when we first saw the text. Now, this is 80 pages of text, doesn't read like a fast-paced novel. It takes some time to figure it out. But the more I dove into this thing, and I got into the nitty-gritty details, I realized it was not particularly well written. It's full of ambiguity that's going to lead to all sorts of problems. To say nothing of the fact that it funds the adoption, the enactment, and implementation of red flag laws, who have as their distinguishing characteristic the opportunity for states to take away people's private property without due process of law, without an adequate opportunity to present evidence and cross-examine adverse witnesses before the constitutional deprivation.
Smart guy. Utah Senator Mike Lee, thanks for all your work. Appreciate it. Congrats on that book as well, talking about this very institution, and we're grateful to have you this morning. Thank you.